Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on this Unreal Engine Niagara Fireworks particle system, and here we are going to use Unreal Engine 5 Preview 2 version. Everything will be implemented from scratch. So this is Unreal Engine 5 default open world map. So I have just make it a bit darkened to see the fireworks easily. It's just I have rotated this directional light. Let me rotate it to look up to make it darker. Alright, so and I have added this post-process material volume to reduce the exposure. Okay, now let's go to our well, I have created an FX, a folder named FX. You can create one, and let's create a new Niagara system. Here, new system from selected emitters. I'll choose this directional burst and finish. NS Fireworks. Okay, so this is what we get. See, so that's not the effect we need. So we need a single sprite that is shot upwards as the firework. So here, spawn count I'll set to 1, initialize particle, sprite size I'll set to 50, 30, velocity align, that's fine. So this add velocity in cone, I'll set the angle to z-axis 1, so it will shot upward. Gravity force, maybe we don't need that because this is firecracker and it should move upward. We have the drag, so it will eventually stop. Right, so initial velocity, how much we need? This should reach high in the sky, so maybe 2500, 3000, something like this will do. Yeah, see, and here we have scale sprite size by speed. I'll disable that, so we will have a constant size. Right, and initial color, let's make it red with some emission, and this fireworks, let me put this in our map for testing. Did I put it somewhere? No. Right, it's over here. So it shots only once, so we need it to shoot continuously. So for that, here I'll set the life cycle loop behavior under the emitter state to infinite and apply. See, now we get particles shot to the sky like this. Okay, let's increase the lifetime a bit, because I think this has to have some more time in the screen like this, right? And when it reaches the sky, it should explode, and while it is reaching the sky, it should have a trail. Also, how about giving some random colors, maybe from a list. Direct set color, select linear color from array. Oh, let's try this. Okay, we have array, 2 elements. Let's have 3 elements, and direct index, I'll set this to random range int. Minimum 0, maximum is 3, because we have 4 elements. Red 50. Pink. Again we value 50 to get the luminosity. Blue value 50, alpha is 1. Yellow. Now they should have different colors. See? Green, 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 purple, red, blue. Okay, so it get different colors. Now let's work on the trail. So easiest way to add a trail is to add a ribbon, but usually with ribbons it looks a bit cartoonish. So anyway, let's try that with an empty emitter. Let me rename this trail ribbon, and he don't need a sprite renderer, we need a ribbon render. And initialize particle, I'll set the ribbon width to something like 30 so that I can see it, and this trail should appear behind this head of the firework. So here I'll add generate location event, and here I'll add an event handler. Have an error. Before the particle ID parameter can be used, the require persistent ID option has to be activated, and we can activate it here. Right. Now from this event handler we can select the location event of this directional burst. We have one more error, it seems. Oh no. Right. So I'll set this spawn number to 1 and execution mode to spawn particle. Right. So let's add another receive location event module. So now you can see the trail is being rendered, but it renders in black because we haven't assigned a material. There should be default. What's default, we have default sprite material under Niagara content. So let me select this. So here we have this default ribbon material. I'll apply that to the ribbon. Okay, now we do have the trail. Let me compile and see. Now we do have the trail. It doesn't look really good actually. What's the lifetime of this? 5. It should be much smaller. I think something like 0.5 or 0.3. Right, and also it could be a bit thinner. Right, so it does have a trail now. Doesn't look at very good. Now let's see how to get the same color as the head. For that, here under additional options, advanced options, we can already see color to send. Particle color is already sent. Shall we? Okay, so it is already sending the color. So what if I color? Let's apply the color. Okay, now we get the same color to the head as the same color as the head for the tail. Okay, now it looks a bit straight, which is not cool. So let's add a curl, some curl noise. Oh, about 200. It does have some shape now. If I increase that, right, great. But maybe we should add some another type of a tail. Before that, let's work on the no. Let's try another type of a tail. Here, add emitter. This time, let's go with the fountain. So, no, not fountain. An empty one. I'll name this trail sprite, and let me copy this event handler properties. Wait. Here didn't work, did it? On the curl noise is applied. Oh, we can't. Alright. Event handler. Select location event. And receive location event. So here, velocity, we have the velocity. Let me disable the trail ribbon for now, and we have this velocity vector from the receive location event. Oh, before that, let's make it spawn. So let's say let's spawn 10 particles on the way and apply 2 spawn particles. Right. Okay, now we do have the trail with the sprites. but it would be better if those particles are shot away from the head, like in a rocket, you know. So velocity apply. Why isn't it receiving the velocity? We need to have solve forces and velocity node in order to have velocity. Okay, now that those particles are also moving towards the direction of the head with minimum, with a reduced speed, half of the speed. How about we make them move away? That means in the negative direction, so like that. And let's have some randomization. The range float, minimum minus 0.5, maximum minus 0.1. Great. Okay. Lifetime is, oh, it's long, too long. Let's randomize the lifetime too, so we can have a shorter tail. Range float, something between 0.5 and 1.5. Okay, and this doesn't look much like a trail because of the scale of those particles that are spawned along the way. So let me align this to the velocity and sprite size set to non-uniform, 3, x size and y size maybe 30, so we can have thin streaks. Right, now the tail looks cool, but it's too straight. How about another curl noise? That's better. Great. Oh, now we need to have the same color as the head. So receive location event, color, apply. Great. Now we have a cool looking tail as well. Trail, not tail. Okay. And now let's work on the explosion part at the top. For that, here I'll create under particle update generate death event, so we can generate an event when this main head is get destroyed. And let me duplicate this trail sprite I'll name this as explosion, and here instead of getting the location event I'll get death event. Okay, let me disable the trail for a bit. Oh, this has to set for death event. Okay, looks like particles are spawned. Let me increase the spawn number to like 1000. Still not visible. Let's add some velocity. Velocity from point. Velocity speed. Right, now it starts to see the particles. See, so let me disable the kernel noise for now. Okay, velocity should be higher. Instead of 25, let's try some higher speed. 1000. Oh, let's try random value, otherwise it looks too uneven, too even actually. Random range float 900 to 1200. Apply. Okay, looks cool. Let's add the color. In the depth event also we need to send the color, which is already happening. Maybe we don't need to apply alpha, because at the end the head is fading out, but we need these other particles to be visible. Okay, nice, but they expand too soon. So how about some drag? Great. Oh, let me enable the tail again. Let's try, see how it look with gravity, under gravity. Cool. And I think with this we can stop this episode. Let's try some kernel noise as well to see what happens. Not much of a difference we can see, because this is already moving in all different directions. About increase kernel noise. Still it doesn't do much. And yeah, thanks for watching. As always, project files will be available for the download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below, and if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.